a song I wrote. Thank you very much.
Do you think you'll get
So
sued
proud of you, man.
By who?
by someone who's like, that's actually kind of like my song that I wrote 20 years ago?
And they're like, you're a liar.
No,
Talking
because we're
about,
not
like-
making any money.
Sued. Yeah.
The Marvin Gaye estate.
Hey, let's not tear the veil, okay? We are making
We
plenty
make
of money.
lots of money off of this podcast. The haters in the comments
Yeah.
should just know that we are in different tax brackets.
Yeah, take
Straight
that.
up. Straight up.
What's his name? User
Number
6489.
78, 92,
42069.
43.
Welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And together, we are.
Ryan and John.
Just
Never gets old.
never gets old.
Bilabu.
Okay.
What?
And over on the couch,
Yeah, come on, announce us.
as always,
Jeez.
the
Announce us.
incomparable wife of mine, Cara Tafolla.
Drinking some hot tea.
Okay, very
Oh,
nice.
hot
Very
tea.
nice. Jakey.
I
Love-
hate that
love that,
TikTok you
Cara.
sent to me about coffee today. So weird.
Oh,
I'll get to that in a second. I sent it to Andy too. And joining us this week on the couch, Annie the Skovmand.
How do you do, governor?
I've never
Hey,
called you
governor.
Little Orphan Annie before. That's
No, and you know what's funny is when people will be like, Amy, and I'm like, it's Annie, like the orphan, and they always get so appalled. But I'm like, how? That's the most famous Annie. It's the most famous Annie.
you think that's the most famous
Mosquito
orphan?
just landed on your on your pants.
There
Yep.
you go. Oh,
Good
you
job.
Got it. Killed it.
Seriously?
Killed
Right in
it.
Good
my
job.
direction.
I was saving her from
It's
getting
such
an
a good
ankle bite.
rebuttal, but whatever.
But yeah, all that to say, my name's Annie, like the orphan.
Okay. Well, I got a question just to rip into this week, just to start off the conversation. On this show, we talk a lot about conspiracy theories. We talk about unanswered big questions in our world, our government. I just want to go around and ask if you could have definitive truth answer to any conspiracy, what would it be?
I'm glad you asked this.
Yeah.
It's loaded.
You know what's hard is choosing one.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's so many. Personally, I want definitive proof that we went to the moon.
I knew you were going to say that.
Okay, first of all, I want you to get that because I want that.
Yeah.
But I want mine about Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Oh.
I
You know
want
what?
definitive proof whether or not Bigfoot is real or fake because I'm tired of watching this docuseries
Here's the thing.
and finding nothing.
It's 2024. We shouldn't be taking grainy photos anymore, right? Like, we're going to catch Bigfoot in 4K, high def resolution, right? If he's out there.
Yeah.
We're going to get him. And it's going to be like, here he is.
But we never
Annie,
do.
I hope
Annie,
so.
what's your conspiracy? Oh, you
She
said
said
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
What did you say, Kara?
I don't know if it's a conspiracy.
Uh-huh. Or just a big question mark, I don't know.
How the dinosaurs died.
That's a good one.
Because there's
How'd they do
gas
that?
either
poisoning.
volcano,
Did you
a
say ass
meteor,
Gas.
gas.
Oh. Okay, well, kind of the same thing.
I want to know what it was.
Big dinosaur
It's something
fart.
that made them all fossilized.
Egypt.
Yeah.
So
Well,
some
that's
kind of
just-
explosion.
Okay.
That's
Really?
true. That's
Yeah,
true.
it was like a meteor
Yeah, I
or,
think it was like a meteor that
or volcano,
they're
but,
like
they don't know.
But I'm
perfectly-
saying I didn't
it's-
know the cause of death changes the fossilization.
Oh, yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
fossilizes, right? I thought
No.
They're
Because if you-
perfectly preserved in rock.
Yeah.
So it's as if they were suddenly covered with
In,
sediment.
ash
See,
or
I
something.
didn't
Yeah.
know that. That's crazy. That's
It's
crazy.
the
There
same
was
as
no decay in it.
Yeah, exactly.
what was the city? with the
Atlantis?
big dog Pompeii.
Pompeii, when
Not
they
it-
were
not
covered in
Atlantis.
No, it
ash.
was Pompeii because everyone was perfectly
I would like
fossilized.
definitive proof about Atlantis, though. I want to make sure that that's real.
Oh,
Mer people.
John, what about you?
mermaids.
I would love to know definitive proof about the JFK assassination.
Okay, I was thinking that
Same.
too. I want to know
Okay.
because I've heard some pretty crazy conspiracy theories.
It
about
does seem
It's
kind of
fishy.
crazy that somebody with that kind of gun
Yeah.
made a shot from that distance,
Yeah.
and
And that perfect.
I don't know. And also, by the way, I think I've said this on the podcast. There's actual footage of it, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
It's
I
rough.
watched it one time. It is crazy.
Isn't it gnarly? It's
Because
so
one day I
crazy.
thought there's so many things that are legendary, history moments in history that you can actually watch that nobody just ever does.
When did you
Because,
watch that
why
video
would you
for the
watch
first
it,
time?
Right? And I watched it.
One night on the internet. Just
no joke,
roaming around.
probably a year ago. It was so.
Yeah, same.
It
You
was
guys
so
didn't see
long
the
ago.
Time magazine
No.
Or was it National Geographic
where
they
Jackie's got brains all over.
Where they printed frame by frame the video
Oh,
in the
God.
magazine.
Okay, why
Seems dramatic.
wouldn't they have shown us that in school? Because it's too violent.
Too
Yeah,
violent.
because dude's head
Even
gets
high school?
exploded. What are you talking about?
You literally see his head blow off.
Even
Yeah,
high
there's
school,
like,
though?
there's like pieces of his head that literally like come
Fly.
Maybe I need to watch it again.
It is crazy. Well,
Maybe don't. You know what's a crazy conspiracy?
yeah,
And I think this is where you're going.
this is where I'm going with this.
You want to take it away?
Guys, we may be getting a definitive answer to one conspiracy.
Oh, I thought we were going in a different direction.
Where did Amelia Earhart go?
Yep.
She suddenly vanished.
In the
And we
30s.
found her, huh?
And in the year 2024, they think they have sonar not footage, sorry,
Image.
of what looks like
Yep.
an airplane at the bottom of the ocean.
It's part of her airplane.
It's between they think, okay, so up until recently, they thought that she landed somewhere between Hawaii and Australia, which is like a gigantic portion of the ocean.
Is the
right?
Bermuda Triangle there?
Pacific Ocean,
Not
Not
biggest,
to mention,
no.
like, there are parts that are so deep, like, you can't even.
Mariana Trench, deep. It's like 20,000
Yeah.
miles or something, whatever. Super deep. This private company started scanning the bottom of the ocean with like sonar or smart people technology.
Wow.
I don't know what it is.
It was sonar.
It's smart people technology.
They found this picture. You tell me what that looks like.
Okay, and send this to me so I can put it in there.
Of course. We're going to superimpose the picture
It
here.
is, and if we
I mean, it
don't-
looks-
for the audio listeners, it
looks-
looks like the shape of
Screenshot
her
that for me.
airplane
Old-timey airplane.
on the bottom of the floor, and it's like sonary, so it's like the like lines,
Uh-huh.
but it makes out the
620.
shape of what looks like, and they have her airplane next to it. It looks just like it, like the wings, the little tail, everything.
A robotics company captured a sonar image that its chief executive believes shows Earhart's long-lost plane at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean.
What's
New York
crazy is
That was
because
almost
they were
100
saying
years ago.
the big thing is all the like aviation people were saying
Mm-hmm.
that they really think she would have tried to land it. Like if something was going wrong with her plane,
Yeah.
like you're trained to try to land it on the water, which would, if she did land it in the water or crash land into the water,
Mm-hmm.
it would more likely be more intact like that is.
Sure. Yeah.
And not so much like unless it just like for whatever reason exploded.
did she get eaten?
Smithereens.
Well, there is that conspiracy that she washed up on that island.
And then she was consumed by coconut crabs.
Because they found her, they found a woman's
Right.
boot of the same era.
Right, the coconut crabs.
The coconut
Yeah.
crabs.
Those things are scary.
Pretty
Yeah.
terrifying, coconut crabs. Bad way to go.
They are hoping to go back to it, is what I was reading.
Yeah.
And they are hoping that they can salvage some of her maps and diaries.
Could you imagine like a big, like a gigantic mystery for our entire lives, multiple decades?
Yeah.
When did she go down? Like 100 years ago, something like
In
that?
the 30s, like 36,
1930s?
I think.
So like 80 years. How are we doing? Do we need to pause?
Sorry, no, you're good. I'll find out when she went down here.
Yeah, thank you, John.
Yeah, she went down. I mean, yeah, definitely like the 30s.
I'm like,
right?
yes. So this company is like, yeah, we're going to try and get over there like later this year. It's like, later this year?
Okay,
Do
but
it
here's-
now.
But here's the thing. Like,
Go
They
now.
already spent $11 million
Yeah.
getting this one
Yeah.
photograph. So
Dude, you could
Yeah.
sell that to any museum
Dude,
and
if I
make
had $11 million,
$1 billion.
that's the shit I'd spend it on.
You think so?
I'd be searching for Atlantis and buried treasure and
definitely treasure.
In the ocean.
1939 in January.
Wow. What was the day?
Whoa.
Well, she was pronounced legally dead, I guess, technically.
Well,
then.
so she done been missing for a while.
So 1938 it would be, because it says 18 months from January 1939. So,
Dang.
or maybe even
They gave her
19,
18
but
months. Wow.
1930.
Well, back then they
Seven.
couldn't track you. They're like,
Yeah.
They just had to wait.
she's probably coming home.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, July 2nd, 1937 is when she disappeared, technically.
Damn.
Dang, that's wild.
And no technology to be like, oh yeah, but then again, we did lose that Malaysia plane. We don't
Yeah.
know where that went
Yeah.
either. So.
Really, like not long ago.
Yeah.
Like circa, what, 2013?
What was that, like 10 years ago? Yeah.
Bermuda Triangle. Talk
You
about a
think so?
conspiracy.
Didn't they find it? They found pieces of it like last
They did.
year.
Allegedly.
I want to know. Like,
Yeah.
I want someone to come down and be like, hey, do you remember this tragedy? This one, this one, this one. Oh, yeah. And here's all these other ones. They're all in the Bermuda Triangle.
Which ones you think?
really are a big Bermuda
about
Triangle
Titanic?
gal, huh?
No, because they know where Titanic is.
Yeah, that's true.
And
But, like-
we'll probably never see it again.
I don't even know what have gone missing in the Bermuda Triangle.
Apparently, a lot of boats.
Exactly.
Boats,
I
a
just
lot
want to
of
know.
boats
I
and
want like
things.
one day for it to just dry up in
Oh,
a
and we could
perfect
see
triangle.
everything.
You're talking about the ocean?
Yeah.
And we could see everything at the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
Well, have you been on the Northern Sea TikTok?
Go ahead.
Da, da.
Are you talking about heave ho,
Yeah.
thieves and beggars?
Yep, that.
I don't have my reverb from the 25 hour.
I can't believe we did that. We did that so many times
Yeah.
too.
Throughout the night. No, tell me about the Northern Sea TikTok.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just basically like
The
horrible,
giant
like
waves.
like giant horrible sea conditions, and you're seeing these boats like fully like capsize, and people are just like getting footage of it. I'm also on pirate TikTok, and it's boats prepping for being in pirate waters.
Yeah.
And they have like these giant spikes on the side, and they're like
Dang.
putting barbed wire over all of the staircases,
Like still pirates.
like
these days.
legit
Yeah.
pirates. And you know what?
Can we just call them robbers now?
No, they're pirates.
no, they're pirates. They've earned that. They are robbers of the sea.
There's another interesting conspiracy
About
surrounding
Amelia-
the NFL.
Oh,
Well, there's always
yeah,
been a
yeah, yeah,
conspiracy
yeah.
that the NFL is rigged, but they're saying that this whole Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce thing is conspiracy
Yes.
because
Love.
they think that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And that Travis Kelce is going to propose right after.
Okay, no, she'd hate that.
Whoa.
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying.
But she's just a cog in the machine.
and
Kara.
here's why, because they're playing the 49ers and 4 + 9 is 13. It's on February 11th,
Whoa.
which is 2 + 11 is
Yep.
13. And there's like a bunch of other things. Like I don't have all the numbers, but there was like a ton of things that add up to
Yes.
13.
We love the
And they're
crazy
saying
Swifties.
that the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win by
Yeah.
13 points.
Have you seen the thing about how the Super Bowl logo every year is like the colors of the two teams that end up going?
I've
Oh,
never
Have you seen that?
I've never
That's part
noticed
of the
that.
conspiracy too. Is like
What?
the logo
That's
gets
cool.
released like it's Super Bowl 56 or whatever it is this year.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. But it's like a red color and a yellow color, and they're like, oh, it's going to be the Chiefs and the 49ers or whatever it is.
Interesting. Wow.
I didn't know that.
I think I botched that, but yeah, that's the whole NFL is scripted thing.
But I
Big
did see that for
conspiracy.
the first time. I feel like when they won the championship, the Chiefs did. For the first time, like she went on the field, like for the celebration.
You're talking about Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, obviously.
Yeah, first time.
And then they like shared a kiss. It was like a big, and I was like, I don't
The
think I've ever
footage is
seen them
crazy.
like at all like together, other than just like her in the box and him on the field.
You think about like
They live together.
it's crazy that
it's the biggest star in
Yes,
the world.
yes.
happens to be dating.
Yeah, you guys don't follow this. They literally
ahead.
bought a mansion together, and they've been living together for months.
yes,
Yeah.
they moved in together. I saw that.
They're billionaires, so that's fine.
But, like that doesn't surprise me. I mean, like, wouldn't you?
He just happens to be on the team that's going to the Super Bowl.
He actually doesn't
What are
have
the
a lot.
odds?
He doesn't have a lot of money. I mean, now he
Okay.
will because he's going to the Super Bowl. But
You're saying
Yeah, he
compared
went
to
to the
Taylor
Super Bowl.
Swift,
No,
right?
he already won
he
the
had
Super Bowl.
He's
a.
won the Super Bowl twice.
I know, but he doesn't have a lot of money.
Well, how does going to the Super
Okay,
Bowl?
yeah,
win you
compared to a
money then?
billionaire.
Compared to Taylor Swift,
Compared
if
to a
that's what
legit
you're saying.
billionaire. No
Well,
one has
the
money.
whole thing was that he had an apartment
Okay.
in Florida
Slay.
that he had. It was really small.
Uh-huh.
And when him and Taylor Swift started dating, the security got really, really bad.
At
Like
the
people
apartment.
tried to break into his house and all this stuff. So Taylor was like, "Hey, why don't
I
we buy
imagine
this
it's
mansion?"
at least a condo, right? Come on.
He had so
Super
It'll
Bowl
be the
winner.
best financial decision for
before
him
he
to
started
marry Swift.
dating Taylor Swift and before he made the contract with Pfizer to do all those
Okay.
commercials, he didn't have very much money.
Yeah, apparently he made more being like a spokesperson
I'm gonna check
for Pfizer.
that. I'm gonna check the net worth of
Yeah, that-
of.
That would be
I'm pretty
helpful.
sure he got like
But I truly do
2
think
mil
that
from
like
Pfizer
the
or something.
Kelsey Brothers podcast or whatever, like between that and
Yeah.
like his
Oh,
sponsors.
he certainly blew up in the past year.
yeah.
If we don't
his
get a
net worth is
commercial,
$40 million. I think that's
well
more than
now
It's not $1 billion.
Look up net worth 2020
That's
Yeah,
because for his
2020.
birthday, Taylor Swift gave him $39 million.
dollars. She said, "Honey, I want you to
Honey,
feel
we got to
special.
bump up that net worth.
Here you go.
I want
Yeah,
one
he'd
of
be
the
a genius to
commercials
marry her.
during the Super Bowl
His
to
salary
be
was-
a Reputation album announcement.
It
Oh,
does
that'd be
feel.
intense.
It all feels very like suspicious. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like right.
Like too good to be true.
It's
or,
only
like,
because
It's
she's
so
suspicious.
fake.
I
That's
maybe
it.
That's
It's
true.
'cause she's
She is
such a planner
the
that you're
biggest
like-
star
What is she gonna do?
Yeah, she's
of all time right
You
now.
could say she's a planner, or you could say she is crazy.
Or you could say, which is most likely what's happening, is that serendipity and opportunity are happening at the same time.
I like on
where the
all the
NFL's like,
news-
yeah, get Taylor, video Taylor. Oh, yeah, we're gonna freak out over this.
I
Let's
like
do
all
it.
the news stations and people who are trying to figure out how she's going to get to the Super Bowl because she has a Tokyo show the night
they're
before.
How
That's
could she
funny.
get there?
They're like, when does she? And I'm seeing a bunch of TikToks of people
was
speeding
a-
up like her performance, being like, "This is how she's gonna get there. She's gonna do the all too well 10-minute version in
It
3
was
minutes."
it was a late night talk show that host that said that there's it was one of the new daytime female hosts. I can't remember her
Kelly?
name. No, I don't think it was
No,
Kelly.
it's she's
Drew?
Had to be
like
Drew.
she's a comedian.
Yeah, and she said there is like actually a 12 a.m. flight on the 10th that would get to LA by like 10 a.m. and then she could go to Vegas.
I don't remember what
and get there with
airlines-
like plenty of time, I guess.
I don't remember what airlines it was, but someone posted that some airline added a flight.
There was,
Of course.
I think it was Southwest added
Yeah.
flights from Kansas
Like,
City to
like
Vegas.
she's gonna fly south.
Yeah.
To go to the Super Bowl. Like they created flights so that Chiefs fans can go.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
because,
it's good
like,
because
Taylor
it's not
Swift
like she has a private jet
Yeah, I was
or
gonna say,
anything.
and she's, as we know, she's one of the top celebrities that flies
Again
the
this
most,
year.
So
Again, did you see that?
That's
But
not
you know, we
surprising.
were
She
too
beat her
busy
record
talking
from last
about
year.
her boyfriend and
She
her.
beat her record.
Yes, she beat her record, dude.
Hey, she's helping the economy.
And killing
she's
the
killing the
ozone.
earth.
Yeah,
at the same
destroying
time.
the ozone.
You can't choose
Well,
one: the
comfort.
economy
Listen,
or the earth.
You-
Choose.
or vibes. You can only have two of the three.
I choose vibes.
I'm choosing
I
vibes,
choose vibes.
and the economy. We'll do the economy.
No
We'll
way.
kill the ozone. We'll kill it. It's
You
fine.
know what? Who needs it? Who
Is
needs
it,
it?
like, is anybody else like? I had
Go
this
ahead.
thought today where I'm like, it kind of feels fake.
Yeah, yeah,
Everything
yeah.
about everything.
Like them, Taylor and Travis.
For me, it feels more on the fake side, only because she's never been this public about any of her relationships,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
she
saying.
was like,
Especially because he talks about her on the podcast.
Maybe
and,
she's
like,
running out of songs to remake.
Oh, there's
She
gonna
needs
be
a
a
new album
good
going.
album coming up. let
it
me
really
tell
is
ya.
crazy. Like it does feel fake because they're so open about it. But I do think going back on this like serendipity thing,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she is to this point of success where she can't date a normie.
Yeah.
Like she
Absolutely.
can't.
He's probably the most normie that
She's had.
she's ever dated. Well,
It's kind of true. I mean, but it's just it is a
it's,
different.
Alan
it's
kind
like
of
a
was
different
normie.
kind of fame, and
Yeah.
I think that
It's a different kind of
his
fame.
fans aren't gonna necessarily be her fans, and that's probably refreshing.
But it's also a little bit like effed up too. Like there is some rhetoric that's like pretty negative around it, like, oh, she's ruining football. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
which is messed
which
up.
is a lot. Like,
They were
hey,
also-
let's all calm down.
Have you?
Hey,
I
let's
don't
take a
know if
break.
this is an old video. Kara would know better. But this clip from an interview kind of researched of her, and she was like talking to some woman where basically they asked her about like her security of like, well, aren't you being dramatic? And she was like, I like people are trying to break into my home.
Yeah.
I've had these people. She's
For
like,
sure.
we have to do this because of like security reasons that have been tested.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
not because I'm being dramatic, it's because it has happened. Like the nightmare has happened.
Yeah.
And it's
Totally.
you know, these like creeps trying to it's I can't even imagine the bad and the anxiety that comes with being as famous as she is.
Totally. The fake thing for me feels like how much we're all talking about it. And not
Yeah.
like we, but like it's in every news thing and like every football like post game.
don't you know it's because football is America's sport. That's
Yeah.
why
It
everyone's
is America's
talking
thing.
about it.
You know what's crazy is I saw this video about it was comparing like you know how like Disney adults are like ridiculous and
Yeah.
crazy and they dress up in outfits and they love
Yeah.
Disney and we clown on them
Football?
all the time. It was comparing sports fans to
Disney adults.
It's like, bro, like you come to the game, you know all the facts about all the
You're
players.
dressed up.
You're dressed up like your favorite guy. And
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you and all your buddies get together, wear costumes,
Spend a crazy
spend
amount of money.
a huge amount of money. Yeah, go to a game, tailgate before the game.
All I know is that if the Chiefs win, they're going to Disneyland the next day, which means Taylor Swift might be at Disneyland.
Wait.
Disney's gonna.
Is it-
Disney
isn't
is
that
licking
like-
their lips. They're
They're-
like, oh, I can't wait.
Oh yeah, we're gonna freak out.
Does anyone
What
ever
would
say
you
I'm
say?
going to Disneyland anymore?
What would
They
you
do
say?
it.
That's what
You-
they do.
You know what happens is Disneyland buffs out the whole
Yeah.
team if they go and
Oh,
interview
that's
them.
right, that's
And
right.
they're like, yeah, and I think they give them like X amount of money. I think we looked it
Oh,
up.
for sure you have to make money off of it.
Let me see.
You make look that up.
Saying I'm going to Disneyland.
They
after
get a
Super Bowl win.
paycheck because it's like a Super Bowl ad, right? You just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do
going
next?
to Disneyland.
Well, there's a Disneyland
Disneyland.
parade, I think, too, right?
Uh-huh.
For the
Yeah.
winners.
They make it a whole thing because it started as like just a thing people say, and then
Wow.
then
That's so
I think
awesome.
Disney started leaning into it, being like, yeah, any player that says that, we're going to
Money.
give you a deal.
So let's
What
go
you
to
got, John?
Disneyland.
I'm still researching, but I wanted to circle back to the jet emissions from Taylor Swift.
Yeah, go ahead.
The big controversy right now is not necessarily her mileage in 2023. It's the fact that in January alone of this year, which has
2024?
just ended,
Okay.
Well, and
she
tomorrow.
has flown to see Travis Kelce 12 times from her tour. That's the whole thing. Is like,
Where's her
she's-
tour right now? In Asia?
It's in Tokyo. Yeah, it must be in Asia.
No, she's not there yet. Her
So-
tour
but-
hasn't started this
Where's
month
she?
yet.
Europe or
She's
Asia?
been off
or-
this entire month.
Oh,
Well, they're
So where is
saying
she?
that she's
Her first
she's
show back
flying
is
from
next week.
one place to another. There's at least 12 times to see Travis.
where's she
Her
live?
home.
L.A.
New York,
No,
probably.
Yeah, I think she was East Coast.
I'm gonna check on that Taylor Swift touring. She's not touring
I gotta
right
know
now?
about that
No.
Taylor Swift. No, I thought she was like in Europe or something.
She hasn't started yet. She's been off.
Slay. Take your break, Queen.
Take your break,
your
queen.
break. That's what I say.
But she did a big leg.
It's so good.
I don't remember where. And then she goes to Tokyo and does that leg, and then she comes back to the United States and does another leg.
Whatever. She got her bag. She can use the plane.
Bro.
Yeah, I get her.
I
let her use
like.
the
I'd be
plane.
any different. If I had $1 billion, I'd be flying.
I'd do it.
every
I had $1 million.
goddamn
You'd never
day.
see me. I would fly to
never
Paris
see
for
me.
dinner.
You know where I'd be right now if I had a private jet?
Yeah,
Italy.
where?
I'd be in Chicago.
Oh,
I gotta see this rat hole. I have to
rat
see the rat hole.
How far is Chicago to drive?
It's
Far,
a long way.
far.
Where is
It's like a
it
day.
is-
Illinois, it's like halfway through the country.
I would say more than
A little
half.
more than halfway.
It's not
It's
closer
in the
to
Midwest.
us.
It's in the Midwest.
No, it's really
For
far.
those
But we're
that
the
are
West,
what?
so it's on our side.
No, it's
No.
it's
No,
it's,
you know how they
the
call
Midwest
the
was
Midwest.
the Old West.
Yeah.
When the East Coast was the whole country.
You know, we're talking Kentucky, we're talking Tennessee, we're
that's
talking
stupid.
the Midwest. For those that don't know where the Midwest is, no. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, this has emerged in a suburb in Chicago, and it's the rat hole. Now, it is a imprint in some what was the time some wet cement. And it looks like some sort of rodent. Now, there is some speculation. It could be a squirrel. It could be a rat. We're not entirely sure. But it is a hole the shape of a rodent. And people have...
Filled it with things.
They're like
Money.
leaving little homages. They're putting money in it. I've seen people dumping little bottles of alcohol into it. It has developed this shrine, this cult following.
do you think somebody knew what they were doing, or do you think that was like
No, I think a
fabricated?
rat.
I think-
someone fucking
Did someone like kick a
yeah,
rat and
kick
it
a
landed?
rat off their balcony and
Now,
it
that's
landed
too
in the
perfect.
cement.
Now, that's why people are saying it might be a squirrel, because when the cement was wet, maybe a squirrel fell out of a tree
well,
and then jumped
someone
out.
just did a mold
What
of
if-
it, and it's very much a rat.
You know who's gonna claim
What
it?
if a bird dropped a rat?
Banksy. Banksy's gonna
Banksy
claim
would
it.
be like,
Oh,
I made the rat
Banksy.
hole.
I did the rat hole.
I did the rat hole.
Banksy, I didn't even think about it as an art installation.
Yeah, it is.
Well, you
It is.
also think like, did this rat die?
No, he's
Because
scurried away.
there would have been tracks.
It's crazy because it looks like
Damn.
No, they just smoothed over.
there was no tracks or anything. Yeah, they're like, but leave the
Or
rat
it died and in the hole,
And
and,
they
then
had
it
to peel it out.
decayed over time, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
there's just
No,
nothing left.
someone like walked up and was like, "Oh crap! Look at this rat!
hole. Yes.
Wait, I'm sorry. What did they say?
Oh crap! Look at this rat!"
I thought you were gonna
clip
go.
it. And clip it. There
I
it
thought
is.
you were gonna go towards like soup.
They ate the rat, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill.
You
Go
want to
ahead.
go
Go
more
ahead.
into rat hole?
No. You're
Can you
done
put that
talking about the rat hole?
lighter down, please?
That's
It's
the
pretty
lighter.
threatening.
The lighter throughout the whole episode, just like on and off, is really off.
Now, somebody did try to fill the rat hole
Oh, yeah.
overnight.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's not gonna
they
fly.
they clipped it out. They chipped it away, and somebody has made a mold, like Annie said, and I think they're gonna start like 3D printing those and sending them across country,
rat
make a
hole.
bunch of rat
Make
holes.
Your own rat hole. Genius.
What if there was a rat
it
hole
really
right
just brings
here
people together.
in La Mesa, San Diego, California.
It is. It's called the What the Podcast Studio with a rat hole.
Yay!
Add it
We
to
were the rat hole.
We're gonna get a
were the
big
rat hole
installation
all
that just says rat hole. Change the podcast name.
What, the rat hole?
So the
No,
price
just rat
for
hole.
saying I'm gonna go to Disneyland.
Thank you.
Okay, please.
I'm just
yep.
gonna. Sorry, I was a little late, but I
No,
found the
I'm
price.
ready for it.
So in 1987,
Yep.
Tom Brady was paid $15,000. That
Damn, Tom Brady.
No,
That is
it
a
wasn't Tom
low-
Brady. Sorry, it was somebody else because
I was like,
87's way.
87.
It's like he's been at it
Yeah.
for
Yeah, forever.
But
He
he
was
made
16 years old.
$15,000 when he won the Super Bowl one of the times.
Yes.
He's won it 7 times. So
Okay.
good lord. But the more recent is Patrick Mahomes
Yep.
won it in 2020.
Yep.
Okay.
And he said, I'm going to Disneyland. He made $5 million for saying
Whoa,
that.
from Disneyland.
Disney paid him $5 million.
And they give him a big trip. He
Oh, yeah.
really goes
I mean,
to Disney.
that's like, that to me is like the small part of the deal. It's like, oh, you get to go to Disney.
Wait,
Of
so if they
course.
win this year, is he gonna be the one to say it again,
Yeah.
or will they go to Travis?
Oh,
He's the
Who's
big
the-
key
What position does Travis Kelce play?
tight end.
tight end. Yeah,
Patrick Mahomes is
he's a
quarterback.
tight end.
Right?
I
He's the
feel like
quarterback.
they usually go to the quarterback.
Yeah, but he did it last year, so maybe they'll go to Travis.
I saw a
it
thing.
always goes to the quarterback. There's no way.
I saw a thing that was like, we're
Conspiracy.
in a repeat year because in the year 2020 we had a
It was 49ers.
49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs, and it was a election year, Trump versus Biden.
Oh man, we are in a repeat year. Ugh.
That sucks.
We're in a repeat. Go ahead, Annie. Annie had a transition like 10 minutes ago.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
yes. We're going off of Cara saying soup, making it soup.
Soup.
Okay,
I
rat soup.
watched the first episode of the new season of a show called Queer Eye. And the
Love.
guy that they're
Okay.
in Louisiana this season. They go to like a different area every
Different
season.
city, yeah.
They're in New Orleans. They're in Louisiana.
I feel like they're always in the South.
Yeah, well, that might be just where the least style is. You know, they're like, you need the most.
No,
help down
because
here.
I think their
I
headquarters
got
is in
a few people here
Atlanta.
in San Diego. They could stick them on.
We'll apply.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Well,
Really?
Sick 'em.
Oh wow. Okay.
Sick 'em, boys.
Harsh.
we'll
Harsh.
do a tag team, a duo.
Okay,
you
so
two,
Queer
the
Eyes
both
in
of you.
Louisiana. Ouch.
Queer.
I've never been more offended in my life.
I feel like I have some style.
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah, you
Black
have,
jeans, t-shirt, mold it. Come on.
I'm just thinking maybe there's some.
I want you to
sprucing
think
they
about
can
the
do.
people who are on that show, and you're trying to compare us to them.
I
Well,
feel like
the
that's
first
kinda hurtful.
episode of the 8th season,
Okay.
the guy makes soup out of raccoons and squirrels and possums and stuff.
And you're comparing us to him.
Oh,
I'm not,
no.
not necessarily him, but
Does he go hunting or are they roadkill? Because I have seen the roadkill cookers before.
goes hunting.
Either way, it's
But
gross.
it is.
sad.
That's what that made me think of with that good soup. But
Good soup.
there is drama in the world of Queer Eye.
Okay.
Oh.
So Queer Eye, the current Queer Eye, is a recreation of an older show.
Yes.
Queer
the
Eye
same
for the
name.
straight guy. The full name.
Yeah, full name. Thank you. And it consists
know
of
that?
5
Do you know
gay
that? I
guys.
know that.
5 gay guys, all with their own strength, coming into a straight man's life to help spruce up his life.
We're talking
Yes.
style. We're talking like one of them
Life
cooks,
coaching,
like
cooking.
motivational.
Yeah, and then
Hair.
hair, and
hair,
and
makeup.
grooming.
Yes.
And one is interior design, and they
Yes.
come and they redo your home.
Bobby.
Which seems
Bobby.
a little
Bobby.
It seems a little incongruous with the rest of the show, but
Bobby
That's fine.
has announced that this will be his last season. He is
He out.
not renewing. He's done.
So
There's
I
works of him getting his own show.
knew it.
And there's drama behind it.
Oh.
He did not. There was all these TikToks saying like something went down. What happened? And then like a producer from the show leaked that there was a big fight
Okay.
in between him and another co-star. Well, no one on they weren't saying who the co-star was. All this stuff. And then
Was
people
it JVN?
I was gonna say
No,
Jonathan.
then people went on Instagram and realized that he unfollowed Tan, who was the style
Not
coach on the
Tan.
show, and Tan unfollowed him.
The amount of news that gets
Tan-
drummed up from unfollowing people on social
Oh
media
yeah,
is
but
crazy.
every
Tan was
other
the
person,
British one.
yeah,
wrong,
everyone,
yeah.
every other person on the show follows each other still. Those are the only 2 who unfollowed each other. And then it had come out that Bobby basically kind of confirmed. He liked a comment of someone being like, I always knew Tan was catty, or like I saw
Oh, here
through
it
that
is.
fake persona.
Whoa.
And he liked it, and then he unliked it later.
Oh.
Bobby
But
in
we
an
got
interview
that
says,
shit.
I hope this interview will help extinguish some of the speculation. I want people to know that Tan and I will be fine. But
But they aren't
Tan and
now.
I had a moment. There was a situation that came up between Tan and I, and it has nothing to do with the show, is what he says.
So
Okay.
personal life.
A
cheating.
personal thing.
Okay.
Who knows?
Cheating.
So you're
Well,
right.
they're both
always
they
cheating.
both married. They both have kids.
Okay.
They're not married to each other, but
Could be a Ned thing.
No, we're not doing another
no.
Ned. You think? No, it probably
the Ned
was
thing?
like one
Try
person
Guys.
said something. When a lot
Probably,
of people are working on the same thing, they're all creatives and they're all big personalities.
and
heads
arguably,
roll.
arguably, Bobby had the hardest job in it, where Bobby would like redo their whole
Yeah,
house
that's why I'm saying
in
it
like
seemed
4
incongruous.
days, where like Tan would take them shopping.
New
Like
wardrobe.
do their hair.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
hey, here's how to comb your hair.
Here's a good color
No,
on
he
you.
wasn't. That's Jonathan. You're getting it mixed
I'm
up.
saying all of them have jobs like
Yes.
that. Hey, here's how you comb your hair. Hey, don't feel so bad about yourself. Like you're a great person.
Let's teach
Like,
you how to cook one meal.
Karamo, when they first came out, I was like, really? Karamo just got motivational? Like,
Yeah.
And then it's like, hey,
That's
let's
boring.
redo your entire apartment.
Let's
like,
Bobby
in
did
this,
say
in this
that-
first episode, he literally like redid every part of their house.
that's like its own
And, like, rebuilt
HGTV
it.
show.
Yeah, I was like, bro, like
You got to monetize that.
He
Crazy.
said that the reason he left is that he kept having to pump the brakes on multiple other projects that were already in progress.
That's what it is.
And he just had to mentally prepare them to that he was moving on, and that's why he left.
Well, I had heard I had heard that a comment had been made by one of the other co-stars, and I think now the speculation is it was Tan kind of being like, well, if he didn't we always had to go around him, and he didn't want to film anyway, so kind of good riddance vibes.
do you think he'll have like an HGTV show?
Totally.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like,
He'll
flip
get
this
one.
house.
And he'll
I
have
mean,
a line
the
at
reality is-
Target.
Queer
It'll
house-
be like Magnolia Home, but
Yeah.
Queer house for the queer
Made
mouse.
enough
Queer
money
house
on
for
the
the
straight
show.
mouse.
oh, the straight.
Queer house for the straight
It's
mouse.
a Disney spinoff.
It's a
Oh.
Disney. It's a Disney line. He gets $5 million.
I don't know, whatever.
Okay, one more time.
Huh?
Is Mickey
Queer Eye
straight?
Mickey. Let's hear it.
Yeah,
Mickey? He's married.
Minnie.
Well, oh,
I don't
is
think they're
he?
married.
I think they
it's
just hang out.
I'm
I
not
think they're-
Googling that.
I think
I'll
Minnie
do it.
is just a hookup.
They have the
I think they're
same.
just hooking up.
They have the
I
same
think it's
last
like,
name.
I think Mickey's like the GPS.
Mouse. Their last name Mouse.
They
Yeah,
do.
is that their last
they
name,
could be
or
brother
is
and
that just-
sister.
What
No.
is interesting is Donald
they kiss
Duck,
and stuff.
Daisy Duck.
yes.
They're currently
Maybe-
married to each other, so back off.
Okay, check on the ducks.
Why don't they
for us.
live at the same place?
Donald and Daisy?
They have two
have two
different
houses.
houses. There's marital
There was
issues.
a prenup. No, there was a prenup.
Oh,
They
maybe
both
he
have their own
snores.
money. They both have their
Yeah,
own money.
wait. Yeah, they can't have their own houses? Come on.
I feel like that's bold to have your own
Yeah.
house and you're married.
But they live on the same street, don't they?
Yeah,
Toontown.
but they don't wear rings. I just think Disney
Oh,
needs to
okay.
streamline it.
Go ahead.
Daisy is Donald's girlfriend.
Oh shit.
That's sexy as hell.
Daisy.
Yeah.
Daisy
You know,
has,
he has some
I'm
anger
reading so much
issues
about
that I
Daisy.
understand. She does not want to
Their
lock
relationship
that down.
is so much hornier than Mickey and Minnie. They're like
yeah.
resigned.
It says Daisy has explosive temper.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Of her
Daisy
own
does? Donald
more,
does.
but with more self-control than Donald.
Oh,
They're perfect.
But it's
It's a
still
duck
part
thing.
of the.
it's
still
their,
part of
it's
the
a sexy like anger. It's explosive.
called-
It's toxic.
foreplay, obviously.
It's called foreplay. It's a duck thing.
That's foul.
Now there's a. I got it. Now there is some confusion.
I love the show.
Because Clarabelle the cow has two,
but here,
willing suitors. We've got Goofy, obviously,
But Goofy's
we also
a
have
dog.
We also have Horace, the horse.
Horace.
So
okay, and this is where I might draw the line. Why are we partnering everyone up with the same species, and then all of a sudden the cow gets to be with another species?
who do you want to?
Like,
You want to partner
where's
up
another
Goofy and
cow?
Pluto?
well, is Pete a dog or is Pete a cat?
Pete
Pete's
is
a
a
dog.
dog.
Pete is a
Okay,
dog.
it's Goofy and Pete. No, there is
my
lore.
Okay,
God.
I'm pretty
so-
sure.
Are you
I'm
sure
pretty sure.
Pete's not a
Horace.
cat?
It's Horace.
I'm pretty sure Goofy's
Goofy's
wife,
And-
horse collar. Thank you.
and Clarabelle are together.
They're together.
They're together since September of 2008. Turns out.
Now, that's crazy. They
That's
finally.
wild. They finally made
It was an
Finally-
episode of Mickey Mouse.
It's been
Clubhouse.
100
this
years.
is such a Disney adult
Yeah.
cartoon.
Okay.
Love it.
Now, you want to go full Disney adult? I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure Goofy's wife,
Okay.
the mother of Max,
Disappeared.
died.
I watched that whole thing of how
Yeah.
she just like was gone, but also Goofy's wife was a human.
Okay.
Shut the hell up.
In the old cartoons,
not.
she was human.
No, it's not.
Do you know Goofy?
Mrs. Goof
Yeah,
is what it
Mrs.
says.
Goof. She got
An
got.
elusive character with no official name and or consistent physical appearance.
Uh-huh.
There's a dark fan theory that what happened to Goofy's wife, including her potential death or infidelity. But they say she died in a
Pete.
car accident. Is the
So sad.
Is the
With Pete,
story.
you think Pete
I think
was...
Pete, and I'm 90% sure Pete's actually a cat, and I think that's why
No.
he's
Pete's
a
like,
cat. Yeah,
yeah,
Pete's a
he's
cat.
like the bad guy.
like a tomcat.
Is because
It's a cat.
they're mice, and he's
Yeah,
a
it's
cat.
Pete the cat. It's Pete the cat. Yes, it's a cat.
I thought he was a dog this whole time.
Now here's my thing, and justice for this world, because there's no matter explanation, Disney, that you can do to actually make me believe that this is okay.
Uh-huh.
Why does Goofy, as a
Yep.
dog, get to talk and have a wife that cheats on him and then disappears mysteriously in a car accident? But Pluto can't even learn English, lives in a doghouse.
Goofy and
doesn't even
Pluto
get clothes.
were conjoined
Yeah,
twins
there it
born in
is.
the bathtub at a Disneyland hospital. They were separated at birth. Goofy learned how to talk and walk upright. Pluto never got to. Only one person knew about this. That rat, Mickey Mouse.
That rat, Mickey Mouse.
Are you making this up right now?
No,
That is true. That's lore.
that's a TikTok. He showed us.
No,
that
it's a
TikTok.
John.
crazy TikTok of this guy who puts music
Andy,
on.
I bring that up at every convenience.
Because remember, he goes, Goofy was Goofy.
He goes, Pluto never learned how to talk or walk upright. Goofy was Goofy. Only one person knew about it.
That
rat,
rat,
Mickey
Mickey
Mouse.
Mouse.
I've never heard that.
I pestered my family with that TikTok our entire
Disney
Disneyland
trip,
trip.
the
Our
whole time.
entire time, I just kept pulling it up.
It's pretty good. It's
I
pretty
just,
good.
there's no matter explanation you can do to make me believe that that's okay.
Well, yeah, no,
They
it's
just
a
needed
scandal,
some kind
certainly.
of. They needed some kind of pet in the universe, but they decided
Could have been a
that pet-
rock.
It could have been anything
Talking about
else.
conspiracy, the Goofy's
Yeah.
wife conspiracy
Yeah.
is up there with JFK and the moon landing. 'cause
Yeah,
there
every-
is a lot of
Yeah, a
of
lot of
stories
lore.
on here.
A lot of
That's
lore.
a clip. That's gonna be a TikTok for sure. That exact statement.
Yeah. A lot of lore, I'll tell you that much. You've seen a Goofy movie, obviously.
Oh,
Love.
classic.
I mean, talk about a strained relationship. Goofy, single
And
dad
Max.
trying his best. Max, like young boy going through life
Now-
without his mom.
They start to really lose the dog aspect.
Go ahead.
'Cause
When they
it
go to
gets-
college,
they
you
get
mean?
real Lucy and Goofy.
Goofy. They get pretty goofy.
They get goofy.
Now, you must be talking about the extremely goofy movie
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he not only goes to college with his dad, but they join the X Games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know extreme sports. Didn't see that coming.
Well,
but
it's human world.
listen,
Yeah.
Tony Hawk was big at the
gosh.
time. They had to capitalize on it.
I need to get out
Genius.
of
You
this
know,
dark
Tony Hawk
hole.
will always be big in my mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Love him.
You want to hear something crazy? Kurt Cobain's daughter,
Oh yes.
Kurt Cobain
I
of
heard
Nirvana,
this.
Kurt Cobain's daughter married Tony Hawk's son.
That's not that
Metal.
crazy.
No
That's
crazy.
metal right there.
That
Totally
kid
crazy.
Gonna be so talented.
The most 90s 2000s baby of all time is going to come out of that. Like so cool. Like shredding guitar, like doing a kickflip.
Kickflip.
Watch this poor kid be like,
I want to do musical theater.
Yeah, totally. I want to play sports.
Be cursed with musical theater.
Yeah, that would suck.
I
Wait, what?
I'm
Yeah.
allowed to say
We
that.
all did musical theater.
When
Well, you did
Lame.
theater.
what? I did musical theater.
You did serious acting.
We all did it. That's why
I
we
was
can
a
say it.
What
serious
musicals did you
actor.
do?
We can make fun of ourselves.
I did.
The dodo, the
Unfortunately,
birds.
Aida. That was the birds. Was a
And I
play.
saw
Straight
Aida.
Fortune favors the brave.
What I love about your musical theater experience is that you did the most, like, some of the most
Obscure.
obscure stuff.
Yeah.
I've ever heard.
Okay,
Anything
Aida's not
goes.
obscure.
Totally
Aida's not
obscure.
obscure.
Totally
we
obscure.
did.
Go ahead.
I'm forgetting another one. I don't know.
No,
The
it just
birds.
was clear that you guys didn't want to pay for the big
bringing it
money
up.
nights.
It was a big deal.
It was a big deal.
You
were
played
I
the
did
there.
dodo.
Grease. We did Grease, and we did
Oh, I guess Grease is
the like.
It's very high
If I
school.
was a rich man with Fiddler on the
Fiddler.
Roof.
Fiddler on the Roof is.
I was like,
Fiddler.
It's a good one, but
They ever get
I
that
think
guy
back
off the
in
roof?
back when you did it, I don't think it was as popular.
I did in the
as it is
fifth
today.
grade. Yeah.
Whoa, fifth
That's
grade.
what I'm saying.
If I were a rich man.
Awesome.
Good show.
Great.
Yeah,
show.
was there one Jew in there?
No, it was Alpine, so there were 0 Jews.
Yeah. The year after I graduated at a Christian school, they did Fiddler on the Roof. So you let that
Yeah. Well,
So
we did
that's
Aida
thinking.
with an all-white cast.
Yeah.
So
legendary.
rough.
Hey, what can you do?
what can you do?
The kids love theater. They gotta
love
do.
that
They
theater.
gotta do theater.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Let her rip.
No.
That was the Goofy movie. I could already hear it. Yeah, by 1 second. Goofy movie.
Did you know?
Did you have a? Were you about to ask? Did I have a crush on Powerline?
Because the answer is yes. Right?
I was
ahead.
going to say, did you know that this year is a leap year?
It is. Yeah.
Which
Hit us with
means
it.
more controversy, conspiracy.
Yeah. By the way, guys, happy February when this comes out.
Woo!
February 1st,
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Thursday.
yeah.
Yeah,
which
you're right.
means won't be drinking water anymore. Gonna go straight to
Vodka.
liquor.
Oh, man, that's so upsetting.
What's the leap year controversy?
I just saw something that every leap year something big has happened.
Go ahead.
So the last one was 2020.
Oh, that was the other repeat thing. It's
Yeah.
a leap year and the 49ers and the Chiefs and it's a Trump.
You know what's
Biden
crazy
election.
is that it
And it
yeah, I
keeps
guess
going back
you're right.
every leap year something big has happened. So
What do you think it's going to be this year?
The good news is
I don't know.
it's definitely not happening again in 4 years. Like, there's no way that Biden and Trump will be duking it out.
That's true.
They'll
you
both
think-
be probably
I was going to
That's what
say,
I
do
was
you think
saying.
they'll be alive?
I think
4 years?
No,
Biden
4 years
will
from
be
now,
dead.
both dead.
well
Trump
Trump might be.
I don't know. Trump
Trump's
just
a
had
little younger,
to.
though.
Only
Trump just had
technically.
to dish out like $84 million.
Yeah, but he's getting injected
what?
with
in
plastic,
restitution
so he'll
and
stay
stuff like
alive.
that. He was found guilty on a bunch of stuff. So
Biden's
his
81.
Yeah.
yeah, no, 84. He could kick it. He could
Oh,
still be
there's
here.
someone who died today
Go ahead.
that we didn't put on our list. Cheetah Rivera.
That's so good.
who's
Someone
that?
died today that we
Wasn't
didn't
on
put
our list.
I want you to know I
Cheetah
created
Rivera.
Google alerts for every single person that's on our list.
Bro,
Oh,
the
that's
moment
smart.
someone on our list dies, the moment Oprah dies, we are gonna celebrate.
Celebrate? That seems
No,
Well,
for
'cause
the
we got it
Deadpool,
right.
not
Oh,
because
the
they're
Deadpool.
dead.
Okay.
No,
yeah.
we'll
It feels like a
mourn
touchy
her with
situation.
a party.
She would want it that way.
Please
She-
don't.
Oprah's
All of her
favorite
favorite
things.
things.
All her favorite,
Oh my
all the
God.
favorite things that you never use.
Okay, Cheetah Rivera.
who?
Who's Cheetah
Yeah.
Rivera?
Cheetah Rivera was the original Anita in West Side
Okay.
Story.
Didn't she sing
She was in Chicago
some
too.
songs?
Yes.
All right. Right on.
Chicago.
Pour one out for Cheetah.
Cheetah.
How old was she?
Would have liked to
91.
know you.
Oh my
But I was
God.
Enough with
just
the
She looked
lies.
already
yeah.
dead.
Candle burned down long before Cheetah
My-
ever did.
My great aunt
Cheetah the Dead.
turned 100 last week.
Whoa. You
She's still alive.
Go ahead, Annie.
was gonna say something awful.
Let's hear it.
When
Let's
you
hear
say
it.
it that way, she's still alive, right? It's not like she would have.
She was on the news.
But they featured her. You know how in San Diego they put them on like the can of Smuckers, and it's like this person turned 100.
Yeah.
They did that, but the Boston version. So like,
Oh.
No, they
Can of
used to
baked
do that.
beans or something.
They used to
I
do
don't know.
that. That was like Good Morning America. My
Yeah.
Auntie Rita got that.
Yeah.
She got to be on a Smuckers.
that's what I'm saying.
But this other great aunt, she is still alive. But they did a huge like news thing in Boston of like bringing her.
You're gonna live
cake.
forever.
Oldest woman in Boston.
It's
Can you
all the
believe that?
Italians.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
This
She talked
woman-
about how she like
I don't know, maybe.
she started her own like
Can we see the segment
Custard,
at some point after this?
like
Aw.
Oh yeah, we
business.
can watch it before the post show.
Yeah, I'd love to see.
Wow.
so cute.
I don't want to live that long. Triple digits?
Hi.
No
Okay.
thanks.
What's your aunt's?
She's
don't
like
say her name,
she's
though.
really kicking though. Like there's nothing wrong with her.
I mean, she's on the news. We can say her name.
I'm gonna try and find the video. I got it though. It's all right.
Auntie
I-
Biba. Go ahead,
No.
Annie.
Auntie Biba.
Go ahead. You don't want to live that long?
No.
Dude,
Oh God.
Annie.
Triple digits? 100 years?
Annie, what else is
From-
there,
from-
dude?
You're saying that would be me living to 2098.
Awesome.
I
Dude,
barely made it through the
Every
2020s.
listen. Every day above ground is a good day, Annie.
Where does she live? In Boston?
Boston.
Okay.
All right.
You found someone else who's older than her.
Boston.
No,
Not the
no,
oldest
I
woman.
didn't find anybody else.
Camille.
She's not the oldest lady
Camille?
in Boston.
No.
No.
Her name
By the
is
way-
Camille
Camille
Lenzi.
Lindsay.
Lenzi.
Lives in Boston. Super old. If you want to go rob someone,
She doesn't have any material possessions. She did.
Sure, she
That's
doesn't.
Believe it or not,
she
you can
has
get
a cake from the news.
you can get multiple reverse mortgages. Can you believe that?
Oh,
a
wow, here she
triple
is.
reverse mortgage.
Triple reverse mortgage. She's actually back to paying rent to the government.
Gosh, that's the fear,
It
right?
said she turns
You do something
she
like
said-
that?
It said she turned 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
Kara
I thought you
said.
said 101. Sorry.
No.
No, that's next year.
100.
That's
Yeah,
next year.
she sold lemonade. It looks like. Oh, this is so sweet.
An Italian slush.
Yeah.
This is so
Pretty adorable.
sweet.
Yeah.
Is
Crazy.
she from Italy?
She's from
Her
Boston.
parents.
You
Her
say.
parents.
She's just old American lady.
Old American Lady.
No way.
It's gonna
she's
be
so cute.
Annie's
No
biography,
way.
autobiography. Old American
Old
Lady.
American lady.
Old American Lady.
That's
No,
how
we
she
already
wants
told-
it on her headstone.
No,
Old American
I already
lady.
told you
No,
what I
no,
want
no.
on
We
my
changed
headstone.
it just now.
I want my headstone, the back of my headstone, to say "Bad bitches die hard."
You know what's crazy,
Yep.
Annie, is that we get to decide. if
back?
we're still alive.
The
Who's talking
back.
about the back?
The
The
back.
back.
No, the back's gonna say "Made you look." You're welcome. You're welcome. Folks, we want to
beautiful.
thank all of our Patreon supporters. And hey, if you're looking to sponsor a podcast, go ahead and hit us up. Podcast at gmail.com.
That's right.
If you made it to the end, or if you're watching this on a clip right now,
True.
comment below. And you're going to get one of these nice little stickers.
How many do we have?
We have enough.
Comment.
Comment below. And
But if you're not following us, you don't
Oh,
get
yeah.
it.
let's
if
say,
you're not following
and
us.
if you're not following us, screw you.
Yeah.
But if you live in the San Diego area, maybe we'll come bring you one.
Yeah, we'll drop some by. I love that.
Check it out with our new branding, WTP.
It's true. What you've heard is true.
It's true. Well, thanks, John. Appreciate that. Any final thoughts?
No.
No,
I don't know.
not a single one.
No.
Annie?
A's already iPad babying.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
crazy.
baby.
Wasn't our? How do we do on the first month of our New Year's resolutions? Everybody do
Great.
good?
I survived.
Okay, that was
I'm
part of
alive,
yours.
so that's good. I'm in.
Every day above ground is a good day.
Thank you, Pitbull.
Clip that.
Got it.
Clip that.
Every day above ground.
It's a good day, I think, right?
Remember that. That's
I knew my man was gonna be. Dang it! Demonetized again. On the couch as
End
always.
it.
Every
Cara
day above ground
Tafolla,
is a good day.
Annie the Skovmand. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And we'll see you next week on What the Podcast. This is what.
This is what.